good, y'all? So in this video, I'm gonna be reacting to Deleted. Sick of the soft narrative in hip hop. Now, I see on the thumbnail Drake, academics, and an unknown man on the side. I don't know. Maybe y'all know who he is, but I'm not sure if he's referring to something specific or if he's just going in on Drake again and about his braids. I don't really know what he's about to say. So here we are. Let's get into it.
Opinion. This isn't facts, and maybe even a little fiction. Don't need to send a cease or desist letter this way. Don't get mad or get your panties in a bunch. I hope you guys enjoy though, and yeah. You know me, I'm YouTube's biggest villain, the new biggest villain. The reason why I say that
You're
is
not the biggest. Okay, I don't think he's the biggest villain, and this is why. It's because it's been brought to my attention that he uses like a voice, like, but it like masks his real voice, and he doesn't show his face. So you're not really a villain because I don't know who you are. I feel like villains are like literally like evil and like don't give a fuck.
popular. You might not like anything I gotta say.
Oh my god, corny, lame, boo, tomato.
Ask me if I care. I've been so lazy. I was supposed to do this video days ago. Didn't have the urge to do it though. A lot of my supporters were encouraging, telling me they wanted to hear my take and how they were looking forward to it.
On
Fuck
what?
y'all. Don't tell me what to do. This topic is cold and stale now, but we about to revive this bitch like some old McDonald's fries on a Wednesday. Make sure you guys hit that like button.
Is he talking about DeRozan?
Let's get it to 3 stacks. I appreciate my villain community. I love our toxic relationship. We slowly closing in at 40K. What y'all think? Y'all think we could hit 50K by January?
I just hit 2K. That sounds so little, but like it means a lot to me. I appreciate y'all. I hit 2K on Friday, I think. But yeah, it means a lot to me. Like I really mess with y'all. Oh God, like for real. Maybe one day soon we can be at 20K. I mean, maybe.
February 1st.
Dope. No way.
So I heard Skepta was the mall version of the UK. In other
Wait,
words,
what?
Drake's bitch. I mean, the guy has the owl tatted on him. And apparently Drake has something tatted of his as well. Not sure how.
I know what he's talking about now. And I don't think I reacted to anything about it. It was like Skepta was saying basically like that the beef went too far. It did too much. We shouldn't have done it, whatever. You telling me this man has a Drake tattoo? What's up with these people getting tattoos of other rap? Maybe they that cool. Like lock the fuck in. I don't
True
know.
that is about Drake though. I got this info from X. Cause you know, if it's on X, it's gotta be true, right? So Skepta is a UK rap artist that appeared in the Skepta interlude for Drake, track 10 on the album More Life. He recently sat down with Ebro on Apple Music when the Drake versus Kendrick beef came up.
When stuff gets said like that now, today, it's more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course this is personal, dipshit. This is hip hop.
It's more personal.
Sounds like a personal problem.
I think there's something
There was
about.
a lot of lying on it. There was a lot of lying. People was just saying.
There was one diss track that came out and I was like, oh, this is over. Like,
Many of you Drake cake munchers are claiming that K-Dot crossed the line by making false accusations about the PDF allegations. I guess they
How is that false? What was false about? Because everything that was in Meet the Grams minus the daughter has been proven with receipts. The only thing I'll say is he's probably could be more so categorized as a groomer than a PDF because there's no concrete proof. Even though he was weird with Millie Bobby Brown and he was hanging out with 17-year-olds and inviting them to his parties and stuff like that, there's no concrete proof that he was doing anything with them. But he was very inappropriate, let me tell you that. So it's hard to believe he wasn't doing anything. Or girls that he knew when they were like 16, 15, when they hit 18, they would start dating. Or like, so maybe we could say he's more so a groomer. But other than that, where's the lie? When he said certified lover boy, certified, he was talking about the whole OVO.
they disregarded when he groped and kissed a 17-year-old girl on
Oh,
stage.
forgot about this.
Listen to that, I had fun. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your breast feel against my chest.
That's funny.
I just want to thank you.
She tells him she's 17 and he still begins to kiss him. If her parents had pressed charges at the time, he could have been charged with child molestation. So it's not a lie at all when the video evidence is right there for you to see. What the fuck
And
do
like I said, there's multiple other situations that have been confirmed, but whatever.
you guys consider a PDF file? I guess y'all only feel it applies to people who sleeps with the underage. No, it applies to all individuals that do bizarre and inappropriate things with or to a minor. Even if it's just verbal. It don't have to be touching,
I was
it
gonna
could
say,
just
you
be
can just,
verbal.
like,
In the state of California,
texting.
everybody's state is different. Some of y'all think it's cool to sleep with 16-year-olds. So we're gonna read California's laws. California defines a bit differently than it defines other types of sex acts against children. Child can include almost any type of inappropriate behavior, touching, kissing, making or lewd comments, etc. Those convicted of these charges must register as sex offenders as well. Basically, it was never cool. That video does everything that this paragraph I just read stated, not to mention all the other allegations that are out there about the Drizzler, Millie Bobby being one of them.
A great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like, "I miss you more." About boys, he helps me. What? Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful. I love him. What's his advice with boys? You know, that stays in the text messages.
So with that video, and with me showing you a California state law, it's not a lie. Stop changing the narrative. It seems Skepta also has amnesia, as if Kendrick didn't warn bruh from the beginning with his Euphoria album cover alone. That in itself was a warning shot. Drake would then respond with Tailor Made, using an AI voice of Pac. He would
Cap. He got the order wrong. I got it down packed. Like that came out. We waited. 7-minute drill came out. We were confused. Cole apologized. We were very confused after that. Then Drake dropped the first diss. I don't remember what it's called. He leaked it because we were all like, what you talking about? We waited. Tailor Made came out. Then it was like, felt like a lifetime because I was like, is Kendrick, are you going to respond? Like, what's up? Then Euphoria came out. Then 616 in LA. Then Family Matters. Then Meet the Grams. Then Not Like Us. Then The Heart Part 6. Please don't play with me. I understand like my chronological orders of this stuff. This was a big time. Okay? You had to be there. You got it wrong, Mr. Deleted. Get it together.
suggesting to use the young girl angle against him.
Call him a bitch for me.
I can't believe this. I can't even. I'm so distracted by the fact that he got his facts wrong.
On his song Another Late Night with Lil Yachty.
Hey, widows in my comments talking about some Millie Bobby look.
Just because Skepta and the rest of Drake's Glizzy Guzzlers weren't aware of the allegations that have been circulating on Reddit and YouTube for a while now, doesn't mean Drake was oblivious to them. This song was released before the beef began, and he addressed those allegations back then. Let's not pretend this topic was pulled out of nowhere. Stop crying and stop caping.
This isn't rap. This isn't a rap. This ain't clashing anymore.
No, they don't like each other.
This is over.
Bro, who the fuck cares? It's hip hop. Do you not see how cringe you're being over another grown ass man? Like, let this guy fight his own battles. Leave that to their fan bases. You coming off as the overprotective wife or something. Skepta, Academics, Maul, all you guys are acting like some bitter, sad wife, sticking up for their man. You would think the way you guys are acting over Drake is how Kendrick's wife would have acted on social media, and she didn't even have much to say. She just danced all over Drake's grave with her husband on the Not Like Us video. It's insane how much you guys are willing to cape for this grown man. It's cringe. It's weird. Like, you
He
don't
probably
see.
paying them. I ain't gonna lie. Unless they're really, really close and they're just like so angry, I feel like he has to be paying them.
It's sus as hell.
Like they don't like each other. It's clear. I can hear it. Like I can hear it in his voice. He doesn't like Drake. When it sounded like you two just really want to see each other and do each other something.
Yeah.
But bruh, when did they ever like each other in the past? Jay-Z and Nas hated each other, talked about messing with the same girl, talked about skeeting on car seats and shit.
I came in your belly back seat, skeeted in your Jeep, left condoms on your baby seat.
And I don't care if Jay-Z apologized later. He didn't J. Cole the situation and apologized during the beef.
And since you infatuated with saying that gay shit, guess you was kissing my dick when you was kissing that bitch.
Wait, what song is this? I have to react to it. What did he just say? I literally just talked about this, and I'm in a series of videos I'm dropping tomorrow. This being one of them. I did another one about Jay-Z is about to release a diss track towards Drake or something, and I mentioned something, whatever, just watch the video. But anyways, point was, is I remember hearing him say that his mom told him to apologize. But for what? I never knew what he said. I just knew it was terrible, to the point where his mama said, go apologize. And as a grown man, he went and apologized. So it had to be bad. But if that's what it was, I need to hear the whole song.
At Lil Wayne threatening his wife. You have Eminem questioning ICP's manhood, calling them gay because of the makeup they would wear as clowns.
Plus, I was put here to put fear into spray fake or root beer and call themselves clowns because they look queer.
You have Pac bringing up one of the members of Mobb Deep, sickle cell illness that ultimately took his life.
Oh yeah, Mobb Deep. You wanna fuck with us? You little young ass motherfuckers. Don't one of you niggas got sickle cell or something?
You have Pac telling Jay-Z to die slow.
I'm a bad boy killer. Jay-Z died too.
And then you have Pac yelling, my fofo, make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
Die slow, motherfucker. My fofo make sure all y'all kids don't grow.
Which was a bar, by the way. Beanie Siegel says this crazy shit to Jadakiss.
I'm thinking about getting his mom and making him watch. I'm taking my time, I'm making him watch.
You have Biggie saying this cringy ass weirdo bar.
I hope they know my nigga got a fucking fuck with the bridge.
When the fuck did you guys think that they didn't hate each other? When the fuck?
What's crazy is this is what I was going to make this point, this same point. I just didn't know what he was coming out with receipts, some hard receipts too. But I was like confused as to why everybody is so confused about like, oh my God, this went too far. I'm like, are we really at that point of sensitivity in our like generation to forget everything that has happened? Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, NWA, Ice Cube, and so many more. Meg Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, wrong one, Remy Ma. I was supposed to say Young M.A. There's just been so many beefs where obviously these people don't fucking like each other, and so they go for below the belt. They go to hell. Okay, they go reach in hell. And y'all, so I just can't believe he said that.
Enough sweet. Battle rap has always been disrespectful as fuck. And before y'all come in here saying, oh, well, Pac and Biggie died because of it. Nah, they didn't die because of the rap beef.
They died because of me and Deleted. Sometimes we be on the same wavelength, because I was just about to bring in the Diddler. We be on the same page. Sometimes we don't. Okay? It's either one or the other. We're either exactly thinking alike or like, you're a dumbass, because what are you talking about?
Because Diddy and Suge had a feud that predated Pac even being signed to Death Row, with one of their friends deleted by another friend's hand. The long-standing rumors that Diddy's then bodyguard Wolf unalived Big Jake, who was a close friend and bodyguard of Suge Knight back in 1995. It was an ongoing blood and Crip beef that bled into Biggie and Pac, and that they had no business getting involved in, which unfortunately caused both their demise.
They had like their little words, right? And they went outside, and they went in the middle of the street.
They were in the middle with Puff
the
and
middle
Suge?
middle of the street, Puff and Suge.
Wow.
Outside in Atlanta.
And this is at your party.
Yeah.
Is it a calm conversation or they?
No, it's not a calm conversation.
Okay.
It's
But not
a
just
hostile,
them.
It's a very hostile conversation.
Okay. And their crews is
ain't no crew. I mean, Suge
wow.
has got one person. Puff got a crew. Suge got one dude with him. Right? And all I know is Puff started drinking his champagne while they was talking, and I guess somebody must have said something to him. And next thing I know, Wolf, rest in peace, he let off a shot and let off a couple of shots, and Suge Man got killed right there.
Wow.
In Atlanta.
God
that was
bless.
the beginning of that whole shit.
Wow.
Like,
so you're saying like Big and maybe Pac.
They ain't had nothing to do with this.
Yeah, but it affected like it's.
Yeah, it went into that, but they ain't had nothing to do with this.
The LA gangs took them out. The Bloods working as the corrupted LAPD unalived Biggie because Biggie went on a LA radio station mocking Pac in a freestyle rap, which led to LA feeling disrespected. He did that the same day he was erased. Not to mention, Biggie also said on a New York radio station that Snoop and Death Row was in New York, and he asked the question of why hadn't anyone pressed him, which ultimately got Snoop shot at. And the Crips unalived Pac because Pac bum rushed and stomped out a known Crip shooter for snatching a Death Row chain, which is rumored rumored that Diddy put a bounty on Death Row chains. So after the beatdown, of course they wanted revenge and took Pac out. This was a completely different situation, so stop comparing. It's not even remotely the same. But I know people love to use their feud as an example on why people shouldn't go too far. But this is Drake's feminine ass. No one is going to that measure with Drake but Drake, with academics gassing him up to his audience, referring to Drake and his entourage as goons, putting way too much on, making people believe Drake is more dangerous than he truly is. But then again, anyone...
But what people is my question, because top 5 is who we're looking at as like this mob boss or something, like, and no one's scared of Drake.
But he not testing no LA gangs. It's not happening. Just like Drake and Kanye's feud ending last time so abruptly, people think Kanye said sorry. Nah, man, read the room.
Told Drake don't play with me on GD, and he sent that message to everybody.
Kanye has been linked to being tied with the GDs for years.
You know what I'm saying? Gangsta Disciples saved my life in Chicago. I'm here because of Gangsta Disciples, and I am exactly who Larry Hoover wanted to see come out of the organization that he created.
OGs even said they stand behind Ye.
Don't play with that man on GD.
That meeting with Jay Prince was clearly mob ties settling the dispute, so no further issues would transpire. The way you could tell is how they took this picture, and then shortly after, Ye randomly threw a free Larry Hoover concert. You know, the same guy who created the GDs. And then having Drake perform and wearing free Larry Hoover merch. Almost seems as the gangs got involved and Drake basically apologized by doing this show. The proceeds went to 3 nonprofit organizations that are made for ex-cons, but also there were rumors that some would go to Larry Hoover. So in other words, Drake was being taxed, allegedly. Also, Drake is very close to Durk, and it was rumored that Durk was upset about how they did Drake because Durk is a part of the Black Disciples, the rival gang to the GDs, in which Ye spoke about later on, of how Durk would rap on songs that Kanye would send him, and Durk would send it back with disses towards Kanye.
Durk sent in a verse, and he said, take my Yeezy shirt off and make it a Domat. And he said it 4 times. Yeah, Lil Durk said this. I hit him up, I said, you know, you're breaking my heart. Man, this is bad for the city. It's like, it's one thing, you got Drake, it's like he's really paid to come and do whatever he does and should come on my neck, all this type of shit. Right. But it's
basically, Jay Prince wouldn't have a gang war behind Drake. He proved that with Ye and the GDs. So he's def not going to have a gang war with Kendrick and Compton. This started off as strictly rap. The Like That verse by Kendrick didn't cross a line whatsoever. It was clearly a friendly fade. And Drake made shit personal first, like he did with Pusha T, like he did with Kanye West, and now how he did with Kendrick. He brings up their wives, which to me is okay. He responded the way he responded. This is hip hop. It gets disrespectful. Hey, that's going to be my catchphrase throughout this whole video if y'all ain't noticed.
And no one was surprised. I think everybody knew. I think that's why Kendrick already had to have had Meet the Grams like privated on YouTube, because the quickness in which he released it, I don't know. I feel like he was just like waiting. Either he already knew what he was going to release, or he was just waiting for him to say something just so he could say, got you, bet.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that the man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man.
That's Kendrick's wife. That's personal as hell. It doesn't get any personal than that. When Kendrick's devotion is to protect his wife when he said those vows. So why go so low if you don't expect the person to go even lower?
I don't know if they married.
Pause. I feel like I'm going to be saying a lot of pause on here, man. I'm trying to be serious, but at the same time, it's kind of hard saying sus ass, you know. If someone slaps the shit out of me, my goal is to knock their ass out. Not slap softer or just the same. Make that make sense, people. Come on now. If someone slaps the shit out of you, you're going to think in yourself, oh, well, I can't punch them. I can't knock their ass out. That would be wrong of me. No, it doesn't work that way. The whole point of rap is to obliterate your opponent through wordplay. Let the words cut deep and penetrate their heart and soul.
And why don't anybody talk about Family Matters, what he said on Family Matters, his last verse, because the first verse was just stupid as fuck. But the last verse, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody, like, that's whatever. Where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man of the house. Very disrespectful, if you know, you know. Heart Part 6. Mother I. Very disrespectful. Why nobody talk about that? Because the songs were trash. Is that why? Because otherwise I'm really confused. Because they said pretty bad shit on both sides. It just seems like one side was pretty accurate, and that makes y'all mad. It makes y'all mad. That shit's crazy.
Great angle with throwing the first low blow, but it seemed he feels like no one else can do the same back to him. Nah, man, that's not how it works. Honestly, this is revealing Drake's only child energy at this point. You learn this growing up with siblings, man. Trying to snitch to your moms and say, hey, they hit me. And if she asks what happened, and you say you hit them first, your mom says, well, that's what happens, and that's what you get. Keep your hands to yourself. You don't need to be hitting people, and you won't get hit back. Shit, some moms would just say, quit snitching. Cut all that snitching. Get away from me with that snitching. And what's with the people who are not a part of the culture thinking that they could try and change it? I can't stand this shit. Y'all complain about how we gatekeep, but clearly we don't gatekeep enough.
You're calling him a word, but this guy's signed to thing. So now, how can they sign a man that is being accused of this thing? So now the things that, when I was clashing in grime, we never had nothing to lose. There you go. This is where I'm landing now. So when we're saying things to each other, you could call me anything in the world. I'm not going to lose a Nike deal.
Right.
I'm not going to not be able to...
I mean, but if the allegations are true, who gives a fuck about him losing a Nike deal, bitch? First of all, he didn't lose anything, did he? Other than respect. What are we talking about? Like, sometimes I just have to sit here and be like, what the hell is happening? You think I care if Diddy loses anything? No. Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein, they could lose their life. Well, no, I don't really care. I don't know. This sounds bad, but like,
So
the version they was doing was hurting.
It's hurting what we've built. These doors are shutting on us right now, bro. We're looking crazy out here. That's why I didn't like that. It was good until they started sounding.
They're being really extra. Like, really, like, what are y'all talking about? It's destroying what we built. What OVO? It's destroying OVO. Because what else is it? It's not destroying hip hop at all. In fact, it feels like it's a revival. It feels like people have been like, oh, they really rapping out here, so we have to put our pen to paper.
Like it just sounded crazy, bro.
So this is the part where I have to spoon feed you guys the harsh reality, because clearly common sense isn't your guys' thing. Even though I wanted this video to be off of strictly humor and joking, I'm gonna have to go a little off topic and get a little deep for you guys to understand. Y'all might actually let nonsense, like some kind of pity party domino effect. And the result, future artists too scared to drop real diss tracks because the likes of Skepta and Drake's emotionally fragile fan club decided to go cry about it. Imagine letting that soft energy dictate the rules of hip hop. It couldn't be me. So let's talk about it. Outsiders and guests to the culture don't get to rewrite the narrative. UK rappers or any other rapper outside the US are guests. Respect it. Respect the culture. It's no different than a white artist or any other race for that matter. You are guests to the culture. Hip hop was made by Black Americans. It was created for us to escape and express our oppression. Black Americans are known to make things work for themselves without throwing a pity party about it. Well, back then at least, I should say. Whether it was fashion, slang, haircuts, music, dancing, or sports, we always would evolve these things into something we could call our own, putting a spin to it, because they would gatekeep everything from us at one point. Although we have created a lot of genres, such as rock and roll or doo-wop, those genres were taken from us. This is no different from the Harlem Renaissance, which exploded in the 1920s during the Jim Crow era, where Black New York artists creating a new form of entertainment.
Educate them, deleted. Educate. Me and him on the same wavelength this whole video. I've been saying stuff at the same time as him. I feel his energy through my body. Oh, that's kind of weird. Well,
This isn't the first time that Black Americans created a music genre that was popularized. Y'all know I go way off topic sometimes. I'm getting to a point. Just listen to me, okay? We having a history lesson. As time went on, we began to hold on to things we created more closely and value them more deeply. Rap was designed to tell stories and express emotions that we would go through, and storytelling was the foundation of hip-hop. Then, of course, making songs to dance to, which adopted new dance crazes that would advance and change over time. But battle rapping was the heartbeat of the culture. The goal was to keep our youth off the streets and encourage them to fight with words instead of fists or weapons. That's not to say it never crossed the line or became dangerous, but for the most part, it stayed on the mic. The whole purpose was to destroy your opponent using words, and also being the voice for the voiceless. For the long history of racial discrimination in America that started with the Black codes, then going to Jim Crow laws, and then to the war on drugs in the 80s, which was done purposely, by the way, to have mass incarceration to Black men, to keep them segregated and get free labor by having the prison filled, a new form of slave trade, right? So the streets would take to the mic and voice the stories of our oppression, like NWA, Tupac, Rakim. These stories would reach globally, pointing a vivid picture for people who didn't care to see, spreading awareness of what truly going on in the Black American communities. Rappers became the new activists, speaking with raw and filtered emotions of what Black Americans were going through. So for someone in the UK to comment on when hip hop goes,
you know what? I like that out of you, deleted. I really fuck with that. Listen here. I feel the same way sometimes. I do not like when, okay, let's get off topic. I did a video about online racism getting out of hand. I was reacting to an Omeezy video. And in that video, he was basically saying there was a bunch of non-black creators that kept saying the N-word. So I gave this argument where I was just like, okay, when, like in some instances, Kai would like tell someone to say it that was like not from here and they would say it. And I'd be like, well, why would you do that? Or Ray would say it and he wouldn't correct him. And I was just like, okay, well, let's, you know. But then in other situations, I was just like, I mean, personally, I'm not going to get mad at you. You say it. Unless, if you're saying it to me, I'm just going to be like, bitch, you will never be cool with me again. Get the fuck out of my face. On God. But I'm not going to do nothing. Like, that's kind of that. And I had so many people in the comments talking about, it's just a word. If y'all don't want anyone to say it, then y'all got to stop saying it. Bitch, I don't have to stop saying shit. I need you to understand. I don't have to stop saying a damn thing. And you're not going to make me stop saying a damn thing. You cannot tell people, I am bisexual myself. No. Do I say F-A-G? No, I don't. Will I tell a gay person not to say it? No. There are slurs in different ethnic communities that I won't say, but I'm not going to dare to come out my mouth and tell them they can't say it. Are y'all stupid? That's something that people do when they lack control. You can't say a word and you're so upset about it that you want the entire, no one can say it if you can't say it. You fucking weirdo. This is completely unrelated. Nobody in the comments is going to press me in real life. You're not going to do it. I don't give a fuck. You're not. Especially if I have people around. You're not doing it. Like, I just don't like when people feel like so entitled that they have the, almost like you have the decision or the right to decide who can say what, bitch.
It's both distasteful and lacks credibility. Nigga, this is our craft. This is our craft, man, that we developed in the United States as Black Americans. Pay attention to the emphasis when I say Black Americans. Although this craft has now branched out worldwide through other
And I'll also say is that in this situation, no one got hurt. Genuinely, like physically. In them other situations, I don't, vocalizing on something you think is an issue is one thing. Trying to dictate what goes on in certain groups, y'all, you need to watch yourself. But saying like, if you're like the gang violence is out of hand, this or that, this, whatever, that's more so an opinion, and you know, the intent behind it is different. But trying to say what should and should not happen is wild to me. And I don't understand why. Again, it seems like him and Drake are friends, so that's would make the most sense of why he is so like anti, this shouldn't have happened, it went too far, they really don't like each other, But nothing out of all the beefs that I have seen, this one was just disrespectful, but it wasn't like any more disrespectful than any of the other ones.
Other cultures and nationalities with other races involved who added their own ingredients to the mix. That doesn't mean to change the overall main recipe. That's like me studying spaghetti my entire life. I don't know why I would, but let's say I wanted to be like an Italian chef and the overall goal would to be the best spaghetti maker in the entire world. I don't know. And people now consider me as a legend in the spaghetti game. And I go to a 5-star restaurant in Rome, Italy. They're known to be the best at making spaghetti in the entire city and in the entire country. I eat it and I find things wrong with it. And I go on TV or X to let everyone know how I didn't like the way they made their spaghetti. And I go on to speak on how it should have been handled, all from the previous experiences with other restaurants I've attended, or maybe some books I've read. Y'all would look at my United States Black ass and would laugh and talk big shit. Y'all would say, how dare you even think to have an opinion on their famous restaurant that won the #1 restaurant award or some shit like that. When it's their country, the people who created the cuisine itself, they would say, how dare you criticize the way they make their recipe. That's their craft. That's their culture. That's their recipe. Hip hop and rap is a craft with the main recipe from Black Americans in the United States. You are guests. Don't change our recipe. Battle rap, diss tracks, there's no rules. Who told you guys this? The first time I've ever heard anything like this was when Drake tried to say something about Pusha T going too far about 40's illness, as if Pac didn't do that 20 years prior. Drake and company, the Soft Boys, the Beta Men, and the Baby Bops of this era are the only ones saying something is too far. When it comes to Drake, why are you guys coddling this clear broad? I know clear tears are dangerous, but golly gee whiz G Willikers Batman. I'm gonna play that out.
You know, that Batman, my mama used to watch it, and I don't know, it seemed like something was going on between Batman and Robin. Hey, listen, 69 God, you run for your life. That's what type of time Batman was on. It's no way. So
Hussein, G Willikers, Batman. If you don't like how serious and personal hip-hop beef gets, then do as J. Cole and ride a fucking bike out of here, nigga. Don't partake. Listen, I don't hate Drake. I can't stand his ass and what he represents, but I don't hate, bruh. I just like to make fun of him.
I mean, if you say you can't stand him, I don't know, that's pretty damn close to me.
But I'd be lying if I said I don't listen to his music.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Some songs slap and some songs don't. Not all his music hit and some do. But just like I can listen to him is the same way I could watch a movie made by the Weinstein Company. Django and Inglourious Bastards are some of my all-time favorite films.
I don't think I put two and two together. Weinstein. I didn't know it was his shit. Django? He made Django? Did Django? Makes sense.
Guy who owns the company distributing these movies has done. And I'm tired of the disrespect towards Black Americans, man, to Black American influence. Honestly, I'm tired of the overall disrespect of American influence in general. I don't care, white, black, Latino, it doesn't matter. Other countries are inspired by us Americans, and they incorporate our trends into their lifestyle, and then they want to discredit us or change what we created to fit
and
their
call
narrative.
Us idiots. All right, so I'm yapped a lot. It will be cut down. And I feel like it's a lot of people on Drake's side that will do this, like Skeptical. Who is that? I've never heard a song by him. No disrespect, but I don't think I've heard a song. But try to like paint it in a certain way, like, oh my God, like he went too hard, like what? Like, and it's just like, what are we talking about? What's up? Because he said it was a PDF? He said he was a weirdo? He said he had a hidden daughter. Like I said, I feel like it's one-sided. Drake said a lot of bullshit. Drake actually lied. And Drake hit below the belt talking about if you really believed that Kendrick was SA'd by his family cousin and you thought it was like interesting or like funny to bring it up in a way that is completely insensitive, why did we care? Why do we care what you say? It went too deep on both sides, but these people are just playing one position, like, and I don't know. I'm getting sick of it, but hopefully that Kendrick album comes soon, because I need something to shut these people up. I want or Drake, release your album. Maybe that'll shut them up, make them happy, so they can stop talking about this bullshit. Subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see you on the next one.